Stop saving for a deposit. Seriously, put the banking app down. Because if you think hitting that magic 10% number means you're ready to buy a house in the UK in 2025, you're walking into a financial buzzsaw. I'm going to be blunt. The housing market right now, it's absolutely brutal. We've got interest rates hovering around 4%, the Boxing Day bounce about to flood the market with competition, and a stamp duty cliff edge that just dropped the tax-free threshold back down to £300,000. But the thing that actually kills the dream isn't the house price. It's the invisible pile of cash you need on top of it. I've been on YouTube for 15 years, and I've seen thousands of people lose their dream homes, not because they couldn't afford the mortgage, but because they couldn't afford the paperwork. Today, I'm giving you the exact penny-for-penny blueprint to budget for a home without going broke. Now, before we dive deep, quick disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. This video is for education only. Always do your own due diligence and speak with a certified advisor before making financial decisions. This isn't by accident. The universe or the algorithm brought you here because your gut knows you're missing something in your budget, and you are. It's called the sunk cost trap. Let's visualize this. You find a house for £275,000. That is roughly the UK average right now. You've saved £27,500 for your 10% deposit. You high-five your partner. You pop the Prosecco. You're done, right? Wrong. You are currently in the danger zone. First up, the gatekeepers. You need a solicitor. And unlike your Netflix subscription, this isn't a flat fee. You're looking at £1,200 to £2,000 including VAT. And do not, I repeat, do not go with the cheapest online option that uses a call center. You want a shark who answers the phone, not a chatbot named Dave who works 9 to 5 with an hour for lunch. Cheap solicitors cost you houses, period. Next, the knowledge tax. You need a survey. A level 2 home buyer report is the absolute minimum. That's £500. If the house is older than you are, get a level 3. That's nearly £1,000. And here's the kicker. If the survey finds damp, or a roof about to collapse, or Japanese knotweed in the garden, and you pull out of the sale, that money is gone. Poof. Incinerated. You don't get a refund because the house was a lemon. This is why you need a sunk cost fund. Then we have the government's cut, stamp duty. This is where people get hurt. If you're a first-time buyer and the house is under £300,000, you're safe, for now. But if you're buying in London or the Southeast at £350,000, you used to pay nothing. Since April 2025, you now need to find £2,500 in cash. Today, not added to the mortgage. Cold, hard cash. If you didn't budget for this, the sale collapses. We aren't done. Searches? That's £300 to check if your garden is built on a literal mine or a floodplain. Land registry fee? £150 to tell the government you own it. Electronic transfer fee? £30 just to send the money. Mortgage arrangement fee, that's £995. You can add this to the mortgage, but then you're paying 5% interest on it for 25 years. That £1,000 fee becomes £2,500 real quick. Pay it up front if you can. So, let's tally up the damage. On that £275,000 house, on top of your deposit, you need a slush fund of roughly £6,000 to £8,000. If your savings account says £27,500, you aren't buying a house. You're buying a stress ulcer. Here is your actionable fix. It's the 15% rule. Whatever the house price is, aim for 15% in liquid cash. 10% for the deposit, 5% for the fees, and the inevitable trip to IKEA because your old sofa doesn't fit through the new door. And a massive red flag to watch out for in 2025. Source of funds. Lenders are using AI now, and they are paranoid. If your mum transferred you £5,000 last week, labeled drug money, as a joke, your solicitor will freeze your assets. I'm not kidding. If you have gifted deposits, get the signed letter now. If you gamble, even a fiver on the football, stop 3 months before you apply. The underwriters are watching, and they have zero sense of humor. Also, Watch out for the Friday afternoon fraud. This is a scam where hackers email you pretending to be your solicitor, telling you to transfer your deposit to a new bank account. If you get that email, do not click send. Call your solicitor. Verify everything. Look, buying a home is a transformation. It's not just bricks, it's freedom. It's painting the walls whatever color you want. But freedom isn't free, and it's certainly not cheap. If you build this buffer, you walk into the negotiation with power. You aren't scraping pennies, you're closing deals. If this saved you from a financial panic attack or just saved you a few grand, do me a massive favor, smash that like button and subscribe. It tells the algorithm this advice is worth sharing, and it helps me keep the lights on and the advice coming, which I am massively thankful for. Comment below with your biggest money mistake. We've all made them. And don't forget to subscribe for more fixes. I see you in another view.